The market temple. When Jesus disrupts what we've gotten comfortable with, it sounded like a market bustling, voices, animals bleating, coins clinking. But this wasn't a bazaar on the edge of town. It was the temple, God's house. And Jesus had had enough. He didn't walk in with a sermon, he didn't ask nicely. He made a whip, and he flipped tables. Not just in righteous anger, but with divine precision. The doves fluttered, the coins scattered, and the crowd froze. "My house will be called a house of prayer," he declared, "but you have made it a den of thieves." Let's pause there. These people weren't selling illegal things. They were offering convenience, selling sacrificial animals, exchanging temple currency. It was efficient, useful, and slowly corrupt. And Jesus didn't just confront crime, he confronted complacency. Now fast forward to 2025. Let's talk about our temples. Not just churches, but our hearts, homes, workplaces, even smartphones. What happens when we've built lives so centered around ease, profit, image, or routine that we've left no space for reverence? Maybe Jesus would walk into a worship service more focused on production than presence, a home so overscheduled there's no space for peace, a Christian influencers page where clicks outrank conviction, a heart that sings worship but won't forgive, a prayer life that's been replaced by scrolling. None of these are evil on the surface, but all of them can become tables in the way of true worship. And when Jesus shows up, he doesn't just fix, he disrupts. It feels violent, doesn't it? The flipping, the flying coins, the crack of the whip. But this wasn't rugged, was refinement. Jesus wasn't throwing a tantrum. He was reclaiming sacred space. Sometimes disruption is the mercy we didn't know we needed. He doesn't flip the table because he's done with us. He flips it because he's not. That job you lost, that relationship that ended, that ministry that burned out, that faith routine that suddenly fell dry. Sometimes what we call loss is Jesus clearing out the clutter, not to leave us empty, but to make room for prayer, presence, and purpose again. He flips what's fake so what's holy can breathe. Discussion questions. What areas of your life have become more about convenience than conviction? Has Jesus ever flipped a table in your life that, in hindsight, was an act of mercy? What would it look like to recenter your spiritual life on prayer and purpose rather than performance? Next episode, the interrupted plans. When Jesus doesn't stick to your script, you had the 5-year plan, you had the calling, you even prayed over it, but then Jesus zigged where you Next time we'll explore how Jesus deals with interruption not as detours, but as divine direction. If you've ever felt Jesus flipping something in your life you thought was essential, if your comfort zone has been shaken and you're wondering why, or if you're longing to clear the clutter and find the sacred again, then this series is for you. Like if this message stirred something on, comment, flip it. Lord, if you're ready for him to cleanse your temple, and subscribe so you never miss an episode where Jesus calls us not just to comfort but to consecration, because he still walks into our temples today. And when he does, he's not afraid to turn over the tables.